Tingles takes a powder this week, but not to worry. The 7 other brain cells at MSNBC stepped up and filled in quite nicely. You know Sammy! My name's Steven Kruiser. This is Kruiser Control. Let us begin at the beginning. Sammy, my one-man cheering section over there. Yeah, I know I need a haircut, okay? I was gonna go get one this morning before I came here, but the whole morning ended up being a tragic train wreck. But we're here now. It's been quite a while here since we grabbed our virtual can of whoopee and engaged in the time-honored tradition known as bashing Bashir.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah.
Marty's been away for a few weeks after being sent on a cross-country trip to buy up all the adult diapers in America in preparation for Chris Matthews' upcoming coverage of the Democratic National Convention. Thankfully, he's back just in time to pretend that Crazy Joe the Wonder Veep is smarter than Paul Ryan.
So, Julian, Republicans are really raising expectations for Paul Ryan's fisticuffs with Joe Biden on October the 11th. Last night, Mitt Romney himself called Biden the gift that keeps on giving. I guess he would know, right? But is that just more hollow boasting from the hollow man?
Well, it's rare and almost unprecedented that you would hear the nominee of one party going after the vice presidential nominee of the other party.
Stop right there. Let me go over what Julian said first before. Let's just dismiss Marty's silliness for a moment. It's rare and unprecedented that the nominee from one party would go. Do you know what Obama for America has been doing in the 2+ weeks since Paul Ryan? You know, Sammy, don't you? Everything has been geared towards going after Paul Ryan. That's all they've done. So there's, again, evidence of a psychotic break, I say. That's not cognitive dissonance. That's just a psychotic break right there. He has chickens strapped to his feet underneath. That's how weird he is. And Marty, over there, Marty's pretending that Romney's is gaffy. Gaffy. It's like gassy, but different. Marty's pretending that Romney is as gaffy as Biden. No. No. What better way to take a break from reality than to open up the Pandora's box of goofiness known as Al Sharpton's brain? Let's rev it up. I held this until my eyes crossed. Hi, Howard. Oh, colors. My favorite part of this clip is Rev Al teasing the appearance of a surprise guest at this event. A guest who he already told you was there and showed you pictures of. You go, Al.
And we start at the White House, where First Lady Michelle Obama hosted a special state dinner this afternoon just for kids. The President and First Lady welcomed 54 culinary youngsters for lunch in the East Room. And someone dropped by for a special request.
I only have one request for you, and that is try not to drop any scraps on the floor, because Bo is on a diet right now, and he will eat anything.
We learned so much from that one little clip. First of all, I love when Sharpton goes, in East Room. I don't even, like, that's the biggest deal. In East Room. Secondly, Michelle Obama is actually bugging the dogs about what they're eating right now, apparently, because Bo is on a freaking diet now. Thirdly, the president said Bo will eat anything. You know what Bo won't eat? Bo won't eat a dog. You know who ate a dog? Obama ate a dog. There we go. Had to. While we here at Kruiser Control respect your right to avoid alcohol, we would like to point out that it greatly helps dealing with some of the MSM stupidity, especially the stuff we highlight during the extended take. I'm all Gumby on that one. Oh, Soledad, we just can't quit you.
And I think there are firefighters and teachers and police officers whose jobs were kept, would not have had jobs, whose jobs were kept because of the stimulus. So, I mean, I think you could, like, we could do an entire 2-hour debate on the stimulus. If the stimulus hadn't been passed, then what would have happened to the economy? I mean, didn't that, to a large degree, help the economy? You're not going to argue, certainly, that it did.
With her characteristic misguided and bumbling aplomb, our little Soledad manages to screw up more things in a few seconds than most broadcasters do in an entire week. She's right that one could do a 2-hour special on the stimulus, but that would barely be enough time to cover the waste and abuses of stimulus money, such as the $500,000 spent to buy ads promoting green initiatives on her employer's rival network, MSNBC. And just how well did those touted stimulus green investments go, Ms. O'Brien? Let's just say it's a safe bet that none of your latter-day hippie friends will be naming their daughters Solyndra. Tweets of the week! Yeah. Twitter.com/Steven Kruiser. You follow me, I'll follow you. Upload an avatar, no eggs. 4 eggs asked me to follow them back this week. Did they get follow backs? No, Sammy, they did not. Okay? And the indignance is coming back, though, kids. Take it down a notch, okay? Chill. Tweet number 1.
Tower, this is Ghost Rider requesting a flyby.
Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
I kind of know that one. Okay? Tweet number 1's an easy one from somebody who's obviously new here, but that's okay. We need to get it out of the way now. What is your favorite football team? Well, this is a Steelers zone here. Pittsburgh Steelers. I have a fondness for Lombardi trophies. I hear them booing in the other room because one of them is a Niners fan. You got 5, we got 6. Hushburger. Tweet number 2.
I expect and demand your very best. Anything less, you should have joined the Air Force.
We can use clips from that every week if you want. That I'm okay with right there. Tweet number 2. Is it routine for the GOP to eat their own and wonder why so many good people don't want to go into politics? I will be addressing this again at the end of the segment. But I want to say right now is what happened this week was a little bit different. But as far as the infighting, we're kind of like that. That's what we do. I mean, if you want hive mind, you become a Democrat. If you want people who are going to be contentious with one another, we do that, and once in a while we get together at the right time. It's like Thanksgiving dinner with your family. Tweet number 3.
Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo.
Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo.
Say ow.
Yow.
That was a disturbing sound at the end of that. And I often hear that in the middle of the night, and I don't want to know what it is because the neighbor just peeks out his window and never really comes out for anything. Tweet number 3. Obviously referring to the many different dances I try to do here coming out of the clips. Who is your dance instructor? Well, you know, there was no formal training here for a long time, but lately Sammy and I have been taking a naked Zumba class, which we enjoy greatly. It's fun. It helps us with the lawn mowing business I talked about last week. Naked Zumba. It's a thing. Google it. Website, StevenKruiser.com. The bonus clips will be up there by the time you see this. We had a lot of bonus clips last week. It was like all Soledad stuff. You should go see it. Don't forget, go over to PJ Tadler, PJ Lifestyle, see my stuff there. And as always, when you comment, I don't know, did I put it in the correct pocket? I did. You get the wipey, the magical, magical wipey. You're going to want one of these if things don't go well in November. The next day you're going to need, because this will wipe your tears away and everything else. This week's comment winner says, only Steven Kruiser can put full frontal nudity on PJ TV and make it tasteful. Every time we get the last piece of my mind, we also get Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, fully outfitted to ride Sleipnir, I think it's pronounced, to battle Kali. Steven has snuck this in and proudly displays it as being on his mind every time. I would salute you, but I have no wipey to wave. Can you help? I would also like some signed reading material as I need to submit something to the Pulitzer Committee next month. The requisite kissing my butt, that was great, lengthy, with some thought, and a new spelling of wipey we haven't used yet, which I encourage. Spell it as long as we can get to it somehow, okay? It's big, fat, round, and full of stupid, and so is its newest inhabitant. Welcome, my friends, to the Circle of Dumb. This is what you get. I'm just doing a knee dance now, and you guys can't see it. That's for premium subscribers. If you had a gun to your head and were asked to name the 5 most likely candidates for the Circle every week, this guy's name would probably be 1 through 4. And once his image crossed your mind, you'd probably ask the person holding the gun to pull the trigger. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is... Ed, I make you miss Olbermann, don't I, Schultz? Yes, the man who is most often mentioned to replace the 9th planet void left by Pluto's demotion was quick to denigrate Augusta National Golf Club's inclusion of women. Why? Because the women were all successful and Republican-y or something.
You know what? Mitt Romney has finally found a women's rights issue that he can stand up for and support. Augusta National letting 2 rich women in to play, I think. The boys down at Augusta could really break the glass ceiling a little bit better if they were to, say, bring in Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton.
Groundbreaking journalism 101 there, Sammy, because guess what? 2 rich women who golf were admitted to a private golf country club. That never happens. And somehow Hillary Clinton and Michelle Obama are better. Hillary Clinton, by the way, is famous just because she sat by quietly while her husband was hitting on girls her daughter's age in the Oval Office, okay? That's how Hillary Clinton got to it. She's the anti-feminist. She's awful, and she's feasting on the brains of people in other countries right now because that's why she wanted the Secretary of State gig. Michelle Obama is most recently responsible for unleashing some kind of unholy horror on America called cabbage sloppy joes. She wants children to eat cabbage sloppy joes. I don't know if it's just for the gas. I don't know what it's for, but that is evil. And it proves that the Mayans were right. Totally right. It's over in December. Skinny dipping in the sea of irony. It's time for the last piece of my mind. Returning to the madness that ensued after a certain Senate candidate from the Midwest said something kind of ham-handedly and then kept saying things. I want to address that right now. He shall remain unnamed, by the way. I want to address that, and it goes back to the earlier tweet about this. 1, when somebody says something bad, the best thing to do is say, you know, I screwed up, and then shut up for a while. The problem with politicians is they think they need to keep talking, and they need to stop talking. It's quite the opposite. Just, I think duct tape in politics is sorely lacking right now. Secondly, we need to hold our own people accountable. Everybody keeps saying, yeah, well, Biden says this. We're not them. I don't want to be them, okay? When our crazies say something, even if they're not crazy, if they say something crazy, we got to do something about it. Damage control, get rid of them, do what you can. We get rid of our crazies, they make theirs vice president. Remember that. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Yeah.